Hey there everybody, welcome back to Survive and Thrive, and this episode we're going to be building a giant clock tower that's coming out of the ground right where I am standing. I'm going to have the help from Victifier here with me. It's going to be a time-lapse build, so I hope you guys enjoy and stick around to see the end of the build. Thanks for watching, and like the video, go ahead, it motivates me, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight on to the build. So we begin our time lapse with us starting out the base entrance area from our house in the wall, and we're going for a mostly cobblestone and oak wood base or foundation of colors and materials to use, which we don't actually move away from that besides fences and torches and logs, of course, but I'll add more decoration in the end. You'll see the end feature, but yeah, so here we are. We're starting off with just kind of a base. It's not entirely rustic yet, but we are going for that rustic look. As you can see what I'm doing right here, I'm kind of filling it in with the ground and not doing too much terraforming. We want to keep it as rustic as possible and eroded almost as it's been here for a long time. Much like the rest of our house, it's all natural. Everything forms in with the ground. So like, for instance, the farm, it fills in with it too. And so here I am adding some extra details to the build and just raising up the walls on the side of it. It's going to be a fairly tall build. Just a disclaimer, it probably doesn't turn out as tall and as big as I was expecting, but it definitely is pretty darn cool, and it took us a really long time to do this. This is sped up a decent amount. As you can tell, we're already this far into it within just 2 minutes, so that's pretty good. So Fire built this, or Victifier as I should say. He built a somewhat of support thing that kind of connects to the farm in the end there. At the end of the video I do add some extra little, very little details to it. You'll see that coming up at the end of the video. And we actually spent quite a while deciding this side of the wall, I believe, and this next few layers took us quite a while. I don't really know why. We just kind of kept redoing stuff. I don't know why. As you can see there, it's constantly like I couldn't get it to the way I wanted it, and I wasn't satisfied with it yet. And then I was finally like, okay, all right, that's good. And so let's talk about, as you're watching this, let me just talk about a few things that are happening with the channel and some other series and happenings with this. So we have Vanish that is ongoing right now. We're currently moving on to episode 4 of, or well, playthrough 4 of Vanish, and I'm currently trying to beat the game as hard as I can. And so this is episode 4 of Vanish is guaranteed to be the last episode and finale of the game, because I'm going to be playing the game as many times as it takes. I'm going to record it, so whenever I get on that game, I'm going to be recording. I'm going to act as I'm doing episode 4 every time, and if I don't beat it, I will just trash that one and I will try again until I beat the game in a recording. And I don't know how long it will take, so I honestly can't tell you when that video will be out, because, well, also I'm going to be most likely camping over the weekend, but that's the weekend, and I have quite a bit of time coming up on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to do YouTube videos. I'm going to be planning on getting excuse me. I'm going to be trying to record and edit at least about 2 videos in these next 2 days, maybe 3 days, so I can get ahead of the game for the weekend. So I won't be missing any videos like I did last time, where I missed Saturdays. And also I want to try and get just ahead anyways, so I can guarantee that they will come out at 8 in the morning, as that is my normal upload time. And the last 3 videos have come out at a pretty wonky time, just to use that term. And they've been many hours off. Some have come out like in 3 in the afternoon. It's supposed to be 8 in the morning. I don't know. So I'm going to be getting into making myself get ahead of the game and do multiple things. And as you can see there in the game, I do actually go on fly mode and spectator mode occasionally, and I think that's fair enough. It's just to save time, so I don't have to nerd pull all the way back up and then break it and then end up falling again to get more stuff and then nerd pull back up. So that's all I'm using it for. I'm just using it to save some time and help accomplish things a lot faster than I normally would be doing. And also, so right now we're on the inside of the build, as you can see from well, I guess how high it is. We've made quite a bit of progress since I last commentated over this thing. And right now we're deciding about a balcony somewhat to try and get a vantage point. For instance, we'll probably add some more decorations, but right now I'm trying to figure out getting Victifier's opinion on how far it should be sticking out. And this took us quite a while. This actually last spot took us a pretty decent amount of time. And so we ended up, I think, yeah, we ended up sticking with the log here. And then we chose to do it a cobblestone stairs around, which I'm pretty sure I get to in just a second here. And yeah, I'm breaking it, and then there we go. That's what I do. I end up taking it all the way around, and then I fell back down all the way again. So that happened, and that's what it's gonna look like from there. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm just shouting this out right now. If you have any suggestions on what we should build, and if we should do any more of these, if you guys really like these, as I know I actually do like these. The only thing is I won't be able to do a ton of them consecutively, or these will be special occasions because, well, they take a really long time to edit, because we started recording this at 9 p.m. which we should have done it earlier, but we just got on at 9 p.m. We started recording then, and currently it's 12:40 in the morning right now, and I'm just commentating, and I think I have maybe about an hour to, probably about an hour left of editing to do. Plus, I will go to bed, but it'll be rendering throughout the night, and I do not know how long it's going to take to render. But anyways, let me get back onto this topic of the video and less of the editing part and the channel part. So here we are, Fire and I, Victifier. Jeez, I gotta get used to calling him by that new name. So we're building up the supports on the sides because we don't want anything to happen to the building, you know. Don't want to get knocked down. We want a stable building always. I don't know, honestly, how stable that would be, having the supports how we built them. Probably not that great. But anyways, it's Minecraft. Physics are not a thing in here besides with sand and gravel. And so this one right here, I'm adding that second balcony, kind of replicating it over. At the bottom of those balconies, I think the smaller one with the one wide logs, if it'll come up again, I'll tell you. Not the one I just accomplished, I guess. Completed. That's the better term. That one right there that I was just standing on. At the bottom of that, I'm going to add some sort of decoration, probably like a wagon of some sort with hay bales inside of it, because one, it's like Assassin's Creed and it's an awesome game, and that'd just be so cool to have Assassin's Creed references in here and have like a vantage point where you just literally jump off the tower, land in the hay bale. And if you didn't know this, in 1.9, hay bales actually have the feature added that they remove up to 80% of your fall damage. So there's this YouTuber called log.zip, and he does a lot of command blocks and showcases of things, and he did one about the hay bales in Minecraft, and he actually figured out how high you would need to be without any armor, how high you can drop onto hay bales without any armor on, and it is a pretty surprising number, and it's so crazy. He ended up landing with just half hour left, but it's really cool. You should check it out. If I can find it, I'll put a card in the top right that will pop up right now, so go ahead and click that if you want to, but if you don't, we'll just end up showing you anyways once we get that decoration added into it. So here I am right now. I have to say this was probably the trickiest, I don't know about trickiest part, but it was probably the most tedious part, because staircases and slabs and stuff, they tend to be a bit more picky, I guess, on the way they want to go. The way you want them, they got just pretty much got to be just right in order for it to work, pretty much, because we had a kind of compact space that we were building them in anyways, which is generally not a great spot for a staircase, especially one that's this tall and this crooked and weird and crazy. But it ended up working out in the end, and as you can see what I'm placing down right now, I'm placing down blocks for railings. This spot right here is just going to have a couple railings across it. The rest of the build and stairs will have some sort of wall on them, as most of them already have a wall on them, except if they don't already, I'm going to be adding extra support to it, and I'll be adding torches later. You'll see that. And I just took care of that skeleton. The weirdest thing, I've never gotten that much lag, but when that firework went off right there for MCMMO, I got so much lag. I don't think it's very noticeable in here, but I was like frozen for like 5 seconds, like jumping along fast. It was weird. That's probably a big exaggeration, probably not 5 seconds, but it felt like 5 seconds. And as you can see, what I was saying, this part is pretty tedious, and oh geez, my playback is lagging. It didn't actually lag in the video. Oh boy, it's really lagging. Dang, sorry about that. My commentating might get you a bit off here. Oh, here we go, it's back up to speed. So here it is. I'm adding the torches now, adding final details into the design here, trying to get it perfect for it. And this tower will serve as one, definitely a awesome monument in NuggetNet survival. It's gonna be pretty dang sweet. As you can see from right there, I'm on fly mode right now, and don't pay attention too much. I don't know why I said that. Maybe I'm tired, I don't know. But it's fine. I think it's fair enough that I could fly around. It saves time. It's a lot easier to see stuff from, and it just, yeah, I already went over this. So so right now I believe I finished the staircase, and right now we're working on getting the top part and I guess roof for it. It was originally going to be a clock tower up here, but we decided nah, we already kind of messed it up. So we're gonna make something else, and then it turned out we were gonna make a bell tower, and then we found out there's not enough room to put a actual good looking bell up here, and so we were gonna make another floor above it, and then it turned out that just wasn't really an option. It'd just be way out of size, and it wouldn't be in the right proportions. So we just decided to go with the balcony and vantage point view up there, and I added an extra vantage point there, which I think was a really nice feature that we just decided to add. Pretty cool. One weird thing that I don't really like what we did was the side where I added that last vantage point is very flat, which I do address it later. I do kind of add a bit, I make it look kind of cracked and broken in. But maybe, actually, I think I know what I'll do there. This is during commentating. I probably should have done this during the actual build, but I didn't think of it at the time. And now that I think of it, I'm gonna probably put some fence posts in there so the stairway goes across on that side, and where it bumps up against the wall, I'll break it open. I'll put 2 fence posts 2 blocks high, and that will be acting as some sort of window, and also it will give it some nice rustic design to it. I'm pretty sure I'm using that term correctly. And as those 2 slabs just stacked right there, we had, I don't know how much trouble we had, but it was a lot of trouble just getting the slabs placed. You'll see it soon, how many times we had to break and replace stuff just because it wasn't placing right. And yeah, so it should come up right around here after we're done breaking all this stuff. I just had to run down and get another axe real fast. And so yeah, there it is. And let's see. So it should, right about now, once we're done breaking that stuff, probably get a bit frustrating right now. So we're right around here. And this is pretty much it for the rest of the build. All we did for the rest of it now is filled in this, and then that next layer we bumped it up and added wood slabs right on top of that, right there. And then, so that is pretty much it for the entire build. And yeah, it just basically added a tiny bit more details to that side right there that you could see was fairly flat. We just added a bit more details up to the top of the roof also, added some torches in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think what I'm gonna do right here is leave this as the rest of the video. But actually, before I do that, let me just see. Let me check something really fast. Hold on a second. Okay, you know what? I'm actually not gonna leave it here just yet. I can't decide. Okay. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I am going to continue commentating as it's super close to finishing right now, which I did not realize. I actually thought there was a bit more, and if you could see that right there, there's a witch poking through at me, and actually really weird. The witch was laughing, which I remembered that's a new sound in 1.9 because they redid their sound system and stuff, and there's the witch. It was kept laughing at me, and it was just very weird. It was almost kind of creepy. Just I don't know. It was super weird, and this, as you're seeing right here, it was actually really hard to figure out what way I wanted that, but I actually got the crack in the wall. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching that time-lapse build of this tower. Well, it turns out we weren't able to fit the clock tower or a bell or anything into this build right here. But that's okay, it's still cool as it is right now. Let me show you around, because it may have been kind of hard to see during the time-lapse because it was first person. Because Forge isn't available for this version of Minecraft right now, so I had to do it first person, but that's okay. So we'll live with it. It's still pretty cool. I commentated over it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed that. So here it is. We got the 2 views of the awesome map. My render distance isn't that high right now, but it's fine. We're going to add some more decorations up here too. Or at least I am. This is just another balcony that you can look off of, closer to the ground. And this is just the way down here. This is our little area down here that we're gonna put some other stuff into. This would be a pretty cool thing. We could really add onto this, add maybe even a lower level to it. This is just connected to it as of supports here. You don't want it coming off balance or anything, being knocked down, anything, you know, you want to take cautions. And so here's just the ways around. I meant to get rid of these. So hold on a second, let me get rid of those. There we go. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that, and be sure to like the video, as it took us a long time to make this, and it's also going to take me a long time to edit this. But that's okay, that's what I get for doing this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. This was something special I've wanted to do for a while, and yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe for more great videos like this one. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Because I'm now trying to be really... Oh, jeez, why are you right there? That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. Why do you have to do this to me? Come on, man. Alright, let's just walk this way. Let's just get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna take, what way was it? Let's go this way, and then let's take a, I can't tell what way.